Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another breakdown for PFL card coming up this week on Friday. You have a really good card coming. Not a really good card. Not as the one. Not as good as the last week. I mean, last week was a much better card. We had Jesus Pineda. We had Braga on that card. We had Kibulaev. This card is kind of mid for even for PFL standards, but we have some good matchups on this card. On the main event, I mean, aside, we have Leandro Higo. We got Francisco Nuzzi. I'm actually pumped for Francisco Nuzzi coming back after some couple of years off. That should be fun. We got Kasumov. A lot of these fighters are from Bellator, and we got Jake Hadley also making his PFO debut. He's coming over from UFC. They cut him from UFC after he lost to some other men where he just didn't do anything. He lost to the guy who came in on a short notice and looked really good. And let's do the breakdown now. Before we get into, guys, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe. It goes a long way with the YouTube algorithm. If you guys like the videos and subscribe, I'm trying to get to 3,500 subscribers in the next few months. So I would appreciate if you guys hit the sub button. Also, my bets are all free. Last week on PFL, we had a really good card for PFL last week. I only got one prediction wrong, which was the main win. And there definitely was some bullshit. I mean, Jason Jackson, he probably would have won that fight anyways. I mean, the way it was going, he was out wrestling Korskov, but like he landed some illegal elbows to the back of the head against Korskov, and they didn't really give Korskov any time to recover from that. Those illegal elbows should have probably been a disqualification, but it is what it is. Right? We cashed on our parlays last week. We cashed on Pinedo at -130. So this week, we'll see if I get around to betting this card. We got UFC 314, so much better fights in UFC 314 this week than if you wanna. Maybe you can parlay some fighters from this card and then UFC 314 together to juice up some of your parlays. And yeah, my bets are all free in the link down below, so you guys can always check it out in the link down below. It's no paywall, no premium. And let's start with the first fight, guys. Normally, I go from the early prelims to the main card, but this time we're gonna change it up. We're gonna go with the from the main event to the early prelims. First fight of the card. First fight of the. I mean, not the first fight of the card. This is like different order. So on the main event, we got Talis Santos taking on Juliano Velasquez. This is pretty straightforward, man. Talis Santos is gonna have the much better wrestling here. This is more physically imposing. It's gonna be much better grappler than Juliana Velasquez. Now, to be fair, Julian Velasquez, her only losses are to Liz Carmouche. Like Liz Carmouche has been able to take her down, kind of put pressure on her on the feet, and I think Talas Santos can do the same thing early. And Talas Santos' issue is for me is that her cardio, right? Her cardio goes downhill after like the first like 2 rounds. And we've seen Asala Santos fatigue in the third round over and over. I mean, other than that Dakota Dichova fight, we did pick Dakota and we cashed on her by KO in that spot over Dakota Dichova. I knew Dakota was gonna put pressure on her and be the much better striker. We made money on that one. And Dakota was the first one to ever finish Talas Santos. He finished her with some knees to the body. And Santos had trouble getting the takedowns on Dakota Dichova. I don't see that being the case here. I do think Talas Santos is going to be able to get takedowns on Julian Velasquez, and she's gonna win the first rounds. Whether she finishes there early or not, who knows? But I'm gonna go Talas Santos. I think she can finish her by maybe submission, but even if she doesn't finish her by submission, she's gonna win the first rounds. It's probably gonna be boring. But it's 3 rounds. I mean, it's not 5 rounds, right? It's a tournament, so it's only 3 rounds, and I do see her winning the first rounds at a probably like 90% out of 100. So that's gonna be my prediction on the first fight of the night. And next fight on the co-main event, we got Leandro Higo taking on Josh Rettinghouse. Rettinghouse. I mean, what a name, right? Josh Rettinghouse, he's been around the block, hasn't really fought in any major promotions other than M1 Global, which is a Russian promotion. He's got some high level wins over there. He fought in the Ultimate Fighter finale in season 29. I mean, in 2021 against Brady Easton, who's actually a good wrestler. No shame losing to Brady Easton. He's got a win over what's his name, Sergey Morozov, who was in the UFC at one point. I think they cut him after. I'm not sure what happened. I think they did cut him. He wasn't looking. He had 3-2 record in UFC, so that wasn't bad. He went. He had a rematch and he lost to. I think, yeah, he lost to Sergey Morozov in the rematch, but he did beat him by KO in the first night back in 2016. That was a while ago, man. He can wrestle a bit. He can strike a bit. Like he's got some power, but like I think Leandro Higo is going to be the much better striker, training over there with the Pitbull brothers. And we know Patricia Pitbull's making his UFC debut this week at UFC 314. So they're going to be ready. They're going to be prepared. And Leandro Higo's going to have reach advantage. He's going to be much bigger than Rettinghouse. And Leandro Higo, man, actually, I was trying to fade with James Gallagher. James Gallagher, I know he can wrestle. And I was like, James Gallagher can probably take him down, hold him down. But that wasn't the case, right? He was able to make him making work and like land the better shots on the feet, which won him the fight. So I do think Leandro Higo's gonna have a good enough takedown defense here. And on the feet, I think even though he's been knocked out before, but like it was a while ago, back in like 2018 by Aaron Pico. No shame losing to Aaron Pico by KO. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Leandro Higo. I'm gonna say he probably goes a distance. I mean, maybe you can sub him, but I don't know if I see that happening either. I'm gonna say Higo by decision. All right, guys. Next fight on the card is going to be Francisco Nuzzi taking on Mando Gutierrez. Mando Gutierrez, we've seen him on contender series against Rosa Jr. in Rosa Jr.'s contender series debut. And he got wrestled in that spot. He was going for guillotines and stuff like that. Then he fought on the Ultimate Fighter and got flying kneed by Cody Gibson on the Ultimate Fighter after he lost to Rosa Jr. And then he came back on the Fury FC, got flying kneed by Cameron and some other men. The way he shoots takedowns, I mean, those flying knees are open each and every time. And I do think Nuzzi, the way Nuzzi has good kickboxing, he's got good kickboxing, he's got really good setups. And he's fought against some decent guys, right? Like his only like the only one you see the one no contest. So like I watched this fight back with what's his name? Bernardo Sopa, yeah, Bernardo Sopa. I watched the fight back. I mean, some people think that was a robbery. It was a close fight. I mean, I think Nuzzi was able to land the better shots on the feed. And he did drop him early in the first round. He dropped Sopai in the first round. Then Sopai was able to get a takedown, control him in the second round a bit. But like Nuzzi has good takedown defense, man. I don't really see this guy holding him down. I don't really see Gutierrez holding him down or like submitting him. So I think Nuzzi's going to be the much better striker, much better kickboxer. He's going to be able to land some high kicks. He's got a nasty left high kick that people just don't see coming. And I watched his other fight, right? The no contest. I mean, he was losing that fight. To be fair, he was getting kind of like he almost got finished. But the guy is tough, man. He's not really easy to put away or like finish. He was losing that fight. The only reason that was a no contest was because he got kicked in the cup in the first round. They gave Nuzzi a break early. Then after like he was losing that fight, almost got finished in the second round. Then he got eye poked in the eye, so like they had to call it a no contest because it was a really bad eye poke. But he was losing that fight. I mean, so no shame there. Then he had some cancellations. He was supposed to fight this guy, France Malambo. And he failed the medical exam. I'm not really sure why that he failed the exam. Then he was supposed to fight Brian Moore. Then Moore withdrew. Then he was supposed to fight Ota, who came over from Ryzen, who's a really good wrestler. And I think he knows he withdrew from that one. So we haven't seen him fight in almost 2 years. I mean, over 2 years almost at this point. Then he's supposed to fight Matus Matos. Then, yeah, this week, I mean, he's supposed to fight Matus Matos, who's fighting Jake Hadley now. Give me Nuzzi by KO in the first round. I'm going to say he knocks him out in the first round. Next fight on the card, we got Kasumov taking on Justin Whiteshaw. Now Justin Whiteshaw's coming over from LFA. He's got okay skills. He can do pretty much everything. He's got okay cardio, and he's got some power on the feet. But this one's a tough matchup, man, for Justin Whiteshaw because Kasumov can do everything pretty well. He can wrestle. He can strike. He's got pretty good durability. He hasn't lost a fight in like ages. He lost to in 2019. I mean, other than that, he's been pretty much perfect. And he's got that typical Dagestani style. He can wrestle, he can strike, he's got good cardio, he can kind of like exhaust you with the top pressure. And I think that's going to be too much for Whitechel, man. Whitechel can wrestle, but like not at this level. I don't know if he can wrestle at this level. His striking, he's got some power. He's knocked out some people, but I don't know if I see him knocking out Kasumov. And he kind of had a tough time with the back shot. It was a really boring fight, by the way. And if you're having tough time with the back shot, who also was on the Ultimate Fighter, I believe. Back shot wasn't he? I think he was an Ultimate Fighter, or was he not? Yeah, he was. I guess he was on Ultimate Fighter. I thought I seen this guy in Ultimate Fighter. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm mixing up with someone else. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Kasuma by decision. I think he's gonna win by decision here. I don't really see anyone finishing each other in this one. Next fight on the card, we got Liz Carmouche taking on Lara Joanne. This one's pretty easy, guys. I know Liz Carmouche is 41 years old. Well, like she really hasn't been looking like she's out. Like when she's out there fighting, she lost to Talis Santos. She almost like finished Talis Santos in the third round. Like she had full mount in Talis Santos. Santos, like I said earlier, she gets tired and later in the fights. But Liz Carmouche, like I guess she was losing to Kana Watanabe. Like she almost got choked out in the first round by Kana Watanabe. But like Watanabe can wrestle, she can strike pretty well. Laura Joanne, she's got some good strikers training over there from Pitbull Brothers, and well, I think she's gonna have a hard time defending takedowns here. I don't see her defending takedowns here. And Kermouche, she's tough, she's gritty. Even that 41 years old, her only two losses are like recently are to Talos Santos and Savchenko, like in the last like 10 years. Yeah, give me Liz Kermouche, I mean, to a wrestler, maybe find a submission. I don't know if she's gonna be. Maybe she could find a submission. Honestly, I'm gonna say Liz Carmouche by submission in the second round. Next fight on the card, we got Mattos taking on Jake Hadley. Man, this one's I've been going back and forth on this one, boys, because Jake Hadley he looked terrible in his last fight in the UFC. He took on Cameron some other man who's actually pretty talented prospect. And he just like Jake Hadley just didn't show up for that fight, man. He just looked maybe he thought it was gonna be a cakewalk. And I had the under 2.5 rounds there. Like I was like one of them probably gonna finish each other, and it was just a really like boring fight. And Jake Hadley just didn't do anything. He just didn't get going at all. So like I don't know what his motivation is. Like is he gonna be hungry now? Like now that he's in fighting in PFL, because the UFC cut him right. They cut him right after that fight. He was like minus 500 over some other men, because some other men took that fight on like a couple days notice. He did go out there and like beat Colin Lawfern up at 135 pounds, and this is at 135 pounds. And he was fighting at 125 pounds before that. I did pick a Charles Johnson to beat him as an underdog. I did pick Cody Durden as an underdog to beat him. And I did pick him with Malcolm Gordon, but Malcolm Gordon missed weight for that fight, and he got TKO'd via body shots. Malcolm Gordon is a glass cannon. I feel like this one's gonna be tougher, man. Matos, like this guy's, he's definitely like not as good in kickboxing as Jake Hadley. Jake Hadley has better striking than Matus Matos. Matus Matos, I mean, he's got 3 losses, right? But all those 3 losses are to Russian fighters. Kasumov, who was able to take him down over and over, control him, and kind of like land the better shots on the feed because he's worried about the takedowns. But like he had some good moments. He was like getting back up in some moments in that fight. Yeah, he did get dropped at Richard Palencia. I did pick Richard Palencia there as an underdog, and Richard Palencia did drop him in that fight. I think maybe the second round or the first round, and he got right back up. Man, Matus Matos is tough, and he took his back and choked him out after. Then Magomedov, I mean, no shame in that one at all. Then we all know Magomedov is really good. So is Peter Yan. Man, I'm gonna go with the Matus Matos. I know Jake Hadley's 20 years old. Maybe he can kickbox from range, but like this guy can be taken on, man. Jake Hadley, I'm not really sure. I'm not really like too high on his takedown defense. We'll see what kind of Jake Hadley shows up in PFO in his debut, because I know a lot of people are really excited for Jake Hadley here. I'm gonna go with the Brazilian as an underdog here. I think he's underdog here. Matus, he's plus 125. Yeah, give me Matus Matos. Maybe like by submission or something. Maybe even decision. I think could have wrestling maybe. But even on the feet, he's got power, man. He throws nasty leg kicks even on the feet. So, but like he is really hittable. So Jake Hadley, maybe you can outstrike him, keep him guessing on the feet. He's got better striking, technical striking. I mean, overall, I'm gonna go with the Brazilian. Next fight on the card, we got Gina Bishop taking on Kana Watanabe. 74% going with Kana Watanabe. Not me, man. I'm not picking Kana Watanabe here. Now, Kana Watanabe is not bad. So he can grapple, so he can strike on the feet. He's got decent cardio. But this one, there's levels to jiu-jitsu, right? There's levels to jiu-jitsu. And Gina Bishop is up there, man. Like, I know she's 39 years old, almost pushing 40 at this point. But her loss to Talis Santos was close. She had a good third round. I mean, most girls have good third round over Talis Santos. To be fair, should have been 20 and 20 Talis Santos. Then she got knocked out by Dakota Dishiva. I mean, who isn't knocking out who isn't getting knocked out by Dakota Dishiva right now? That's why I want to see Dakota Dishiva in the UFC at some point. But like you look back at her records, she's got a long grappling career in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. She's got wins over Diona Barboza, wins over Luana Santos, Chelsea Hackett, armbar submission. Like she's got a really good jiu-jitsu game, man. I like Gina Bishop, and I'm gonna pick her by submission here. I think Kana Watanabe can have moments here. She's probably gonna be the much quicker striker, and her striking is better than Gina Bishop. Don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna go with Gina Bishop. I like her grappling more than Kana Watanabe. I think she's more dangerous once he is able to get the fight to the mat or the fight hits the mat. She's dangerous off her back also. So give me Gina Bishop by submission. Next fight on the card, we got this girl making her debut in PFL, Laura Dana. Now Laura Dana, she's training with Intellisova. If you guys aren't familiar, and I did some tape study on this girl, and she's actually not bad. She's been fighting a jungle fight. I think she became the champion over there. Hasn't really fought the best opposition, to be fair, but it really isn't her fault. She won the belt in the Mega Fight Championship. I mean, I'm not really sure what that is. Since he won the jungle fight belt over there in 2023. No, she's been really active. Like she's out there finishing these girls. She can grapple, she can wrestle. She's got dangerous striking on the feet. Her striking really isn't all that technical, but like once he does land right, these girls are getting hurt. And Diona, wasn't able to find her fight with Justine Case, so I wasn't able to watch that one back. But I've seen her other fights back. She's probably the better striker. Like she's definitely got the quicker. She's gonna be the much faster striker than Laura Dana here. But I haven't really seen a lot from Diona. Like I'm not really that impressed by Diona. I'm gonna go with Laura Dana, Brazilian. She's training with Natalia Silva and that camp over there, Paulo Costa. So I like that for Laura Dana. I'm gonna go with Laura Dana by like submission. Thought this one's pretty much even money fight. Laura Dana minus 130. She opened up at minus 200. Yeah, give me Laura Dana by submission. Maybe decision. I mean, I think she's gonna finish her though if she wins. Next fight on the card, we got Marcel versus Wilson Indridge Johnny. I'm probably butchering his name. I've been watching this guy in Cage Fury UFC, and he's not bad. I mean, Fury FC's fought all over the place. He's fought in UA Warriors. And I remember, like, I've been watching this guy since he fought India Pacheco. I did an interview with India Pacheco on my channel, like over a year ago. So I was watching his fights back, and he's actually not bad. He can grapple, he can strike. I mean, but striking is like questionable. Like, striking defense is questionable. He's definitely got some power, so maybe he can go out there and like or take him down because we have seen Marcel taken down before. He's been subbed before by Luan Lacerda, who's that Lafayette prospect. He made it to DFC and he lost to Lacerda, lost to Blackshear. I think he lost to Blackshear in his debut in DFC. We haven't seen him since. But like always, he can be taken on. He got taken on by Kamida, but Kamida was like 16-0. No shame in that at all. And I did pick Kamida up there, and he took him down over and over. But like Marcel has decent takedown defense. I mean, I don't think this guy can wrestle like Kamida. Give me always by I'm gonna say he knocks him on. Honestly, I think he can knock him on. He throws heavy shots on the feet, and I think it's gonna be live for a KO. I hope there's a lot of finishes on this card because I don't want to be sitting there this season after this season because I'm gonna be live for this card on Friday. So make sure you guys come hang out with your boy on Friday. We have a lot of fun on the live streams. I'm gonna say Marcel knocks him out in the first round. Next fight on the card, we got is this canceled? This is canceled, I guess. So this fight is canceled. Yeah, I was gonna pick Shakalova. I mean, I did pick last one out. If this isn't canceled, but I guess it is canceled. Reasons Shakalova to primary bracket. I mean, I'm not sure what that means. You guys, there you guys go. That's my full card breakdown for PFL. It's not really that long. I mean, it's there's like 5 WM fights on this card, and they might change the matchups again. Like last week, they kept changing the matchups over and over all week. It's frustrating. Yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. I appreciate you guys watching as always, and I'm gonna give you guys my confident predictions on this card. My most confident parlay pieces. Talis Santos, he's minus 600 though. I mean, but he's gonna win. Nuzzi, I like Nuzzi at minus 300. Um, I mean, I wouldn't really parlay Mattos, but I think you can win. Ali Taleb, we lost that fight. He's supposed to be on this card. We have lost a lot of matchups on this card. I mean, this card was supposed to be pretty good. We lost Taleb fight. We lost Sierra and Clark fight. He was supposed to fight Kasumov. So a lot of these guys are taking this fight on short notice. I mean, the guy that's fighting Kasumov now, Justin Whitejoe, who's coming over from LFA. So we'll see what happens. We're also supposed to see Magomedov now. Leandro is fighting Josh Rettinghouse. So this should be fun. I mean, it shouldn't be bad. I'm happy there's fights on Friday, and I'll see you guys on Friday for the live stream for this card. And yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. All it's gonna be a wrap. And appreciate you guys watching as always. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the breakdowns. Later, guys. Take it easy.